with a little bit of Crown Royal Reserve. We're doing this. Yes, the mute is on. My mod is on me right now, making sure that DMCA mute is on. It is on, guys. All right, guys, let's do this. We're rock and rolling. I'm going to stop this little video right here. I'm going to adjust the volume here. And let's go ahead. Oops, wait a second. And refresh the page. Okay, refreshing all data. Stand by, my mods are sending me signals. Refresh all data. All right, here we go. We're gonna do 3 from my dono catch-ups, 3 cheese wheels, 3 donos, 3 cheese wheels until I'm done. So here we go. Remember, please do not boost. Everybody likes money, but don't send me any money right now because I won't be able to do your boost. So here we go. This is from Kairu. This is a movie. Source name is Doug, I guess. Is that the name of the movie? It's a rock track. And Kairu, always, every stream, always fun. Never know what he's going to say. Always got funny things to pop off on. I enjoy his company very mucho. This is called Killer Tofu. You guys ever heard of Killer Tofu? So let me copy this. And it's time for music, peoples. Here we go. All right.
Killer Tofu!
Giant room on the snare. Love that hook. I feel like we can sing it already. Killer Tofu.
I eat my sugar cereal, but it makes my teeth bacterial. E-I-E-O. E-I-E-O. Feeling kind of grody. E-I-E-O. Stick right by your body. E-I-E-O. And don't eat too much fried food. E-I-E-O.
So this is one of those great tracks that is, it's kind of a short song. It's only 3:15, but some people have left this remark about, does the track sound like it's distorted or something? It sounds like it's purposefully saturated, which you can do in the mix. It adds a little bit of an authentic retro vibe to the track, and it sounds like they're really focusing on it. This is a 1995 release, so technically, and with technology, there would be no reason to release anything without purposefully putting a little bit of saturation on it. Something else that's really cool about this track is it's just at that tempo, and it's the 4 chord patterns that they don't change. They haven't changed yet. Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry, like that. So it makes it fun. It makes it getting right into the hook really fun and easy. And like I said, even after the second half of the first hook, I was already into it singing. God, that old school lead sound. Wow, is that fried or what? Everybody. Here we go. Again. What a great way to start the track or start off the stream. Real fun, really fast, getting into the hook, sticking the hook into your head and leaving the hook in your head. That was just great. I loved, like I said, I was getting into the saturated sound of the mix, but even more so, the purposeful choice of maybe using a smaller 10-inch speaker and of a smaller amp for that lead solo. You know, I'm not too sure. Kind of the Beatles always use single speaker small amps for a lot of things, I think. Anyhow, it has that very 50s, 60s kind of guitar vibe to it. The hook is still in my head. Oh, killer tofu. And if it does that, the song is magic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Somebody was just asking me if I did get to their song yet. No, I just started, so I haven't gotten, this is my second song here. Thank you, Kairu, for that very much. I appreciate it. Next up is Judgment KZ. I don't know if Judgment KZ's here. This is yesterday's list. Nonetheless, we're going to be doing a band called Furuido. And this is a folk song. And so let's see what we got here. Have you guys ever heard of Furuido? We hear Furukaki. But here, let's do this. Judgment. This is a song, Nantoka Nare by Furuido. It was released off the album Furuido no Sekai, roughly translated to Fluid World, in 1972. The song itself had a renaissance in 2005. All right, this sounds like it's going to be really exciting. I love listening to this kind of stuff that have kind of history to it at that capacity. Let's do this! I love that with the drums on the side. That. This is when music was music and good for music's sake. I hate to sound like an old fart. You know, yesterday I was talking about how rock has changed a lot through, you know, extreme new ways of processing and really, I mean, still, I'm just as much as in love today with the engineering and the techniques that are used to give us just incredible sound. But at the same token, I think I might have a different, or anybody who's my age or close to my age, or you have a pretty broad listening bandwidth, that sometimes the appreciation of that really comes from the bass line of something like we're hearing. And as funny as it may sound, or odd as it may sound, the drums is over here. You have the bass and the vocals right here. You have the guitar here. But when the background vocal came in, they skipped it off on this side. So even though this was probably done, excuse me, they said in the 70s or something like that, the song is very well filled out. It just sounds a little weird only because the drum's on this side. But the tone where the bass is and the vocals, it all works. It's like we get to listen to a song and not production. Does that sound fair?
もう半年過ぎたが何が変わったか誰を
Rebirth.
愛せたか頭の中で今夢が崩れ出した
Doesn't the bass still sound nice there, right?
なんとかなれなんとかなれラララなんとかなれ
This is great. I love this. Even the breaking in his voice. Yeah, picks 5. That's what I'm talking about. They fill that space. Guys, this track really super kicked ass for me. I think it's because the rawness of the performance. It sounds like it's a one pass. You know? Sure, there was punching in done in the 60s and the 70s, but some of the best recordings were just like record and go. And sometimes the producers in those eras did not really necessarily believe in punching in, you know, coming back and maybe having the bass guy do his thing or everything, because there's something about the band being in the room together. You know, and this guy's voice was as raw and honest, I think is a great way to say it, that even though I didn't know what the lyrics were, it sounded like it was kind of somber, dark, not dark murderous, but just heavy. And without a doubt, and plus too, with music, in my opinion, lyrics are important. But when I'm listening to the melodic structure of it, I kind of forget. I never listen to the lyrics really unless I listen to the song. If I can listen to the song 3 or 4 times, if the melody, the rhythm, and everything come together enough for me, and I can listen to a track 3, 4, 5 times, then I start to kind of dig into the lyrics a little more. I don't know if you guys do the same thing. I've had people leave comments that sometimes they don't even listen to the lyrics until they actually like the song as a body of work, and then they'll go back and check the lyrics, you know, something like that. You know, I don't know. I'm just talking bubbles. That was great. Okay, the Timo. How you doing, my brother? This song is for you. This is a game. Oh, I've heard of this game, or at least I've done it here on the channel. You guys, Gris? Gris? I recognize the name. So we're going to be grissing right now. This is called Gris Part 2. So hang on for a second. I'm going to take a sip of my Gris. Oh, unless, no, forget it. Will I get in trouble for drinking on Twitch? Will somebody report me? Ooh, he's doing alcohol. I guess, wait a minute. Some of the things I've seen on Twitch inside home jacuzzis, no, I guess having a sip of whiskey isn't that bad. Stupid fuckers. All right, guys. This is Gris Part 2. The Timo, thank you very much. The Timo, are you fairly new in the crew here? I feel like you've come here, like, you know, within the last couple weeks or so. Just kind of curious, but thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Hanging out. All right, guys, let's do this. Gris. Volume's a little low, people. It's not me. anybody played Gris, can you let me in on where this is being played in the game? Yes, it is a little haunting, but more like a Ginsu knife style haunting. I don't know why, but I got a little chicken skin just now. Get the pipes in there. Any space in there? No, that was it. Very unique build up there. This is where I believe this is where that other second level of creativity is where composers may step away from the norm in building up some kind of tension or building up a release. This could have been, since I don't know the game, kind of lifting yourself from the darkness kind of vibe, and then finally seeing beyond a ridge kind of a thing to something that just kind of blows up into something beautiful or something positive or something like, you know, the next step, like here's the next world you're going into or something. But the instrumentation choice kept it when I was kind of saying this got this Ginsu knife kind of vibe to it. I think it's because of her meandering vocal in the melody and what sounded like it would have been a single string instrument, like a violin or something, kind of breathing back and forth and all that. Somebody's saying that it leads. Oh, Timo's saying that it leads into another song. It's a game I should check out, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of games I want to check out. I truly do. Let's see how long I last at this job I'm in right now. I might have a lot of time to check out games in the near future. But I did like, yes, there was a little theremin vibe to it as well. And then, of course, everybody was glowing into the pipes. Once you get the church pipes in there, there is that call to action of like, I don't know, anytime church pipes come in, there's always this more of a darker energy to it. Doesn't mean darker like it automatically means abysmal, but it definitely emphasizes a little bit more like, you know, everybody, I think everybody thinks as a church or something in the scenes and movies and video games is that's like the gate to the next, you're going to the next place. And just to close this up really quick about the track that I liked is what little percussion they had, they didn't force it down our throats. It was even behind the organ, you know. So I like that. I like that in an emotional dynamic on how the composer, engineer decided to call that shot. So yeah, you know, that's true. Smexirex. The pipes do create this larger space kind of vibe, because that's the other thing too. When we think of organ, church pipes, these giant ones, you know, because there's all kinds. There's Hammonds, there's B3s, there's performance organs. But when we're thinking of the church pipes, automatically, at least in my head, you guys can agree or disagree with me, but in my head, the second I think of church organs, I think of cathedral. Big, huge, ginormous open spaces. And by virtue of the cathedral build, the sound wave, the audio, has a different kind of infinitive kind of vibe, because the reverb goes forever. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite settings in the reverb. I think I need another shot in order to say this word. No. One of the settings that I like to use and manipulate a lot in my mixes actually is a cathedral setting. When I'm doing ambient work or ethereal work, even if I'm running a rich pad that's already got a good stereo imaging, I'll soak it really, really well. I'll marinate it really well in a cathedral reverb. And that really makes a lot of difference. So if anybody's out there, into production or something like that, that's a really fun trick to try. So thank you very much. The pipe organ is pretty heavy. It's a great, wet or dry. I'm 50-50. So you're asking the right question. Pix5 just asked a question whether it's fully wet or half dry wet, and that's because for those of you who are not into production, when you can call up a reverb, you actually have control. Sometimes that control is done by a send pot, a send on a console where you can gauge. You actually take. Let me try this again. If it's at 0, that means 100% of the original signal you're hearing. As soon as you start rolling the dry wet, some of the 100% source goes in the back, and then you start piling on a little bit more of the send from the reverb. I don't know if I said that right. Don't hold me accountable, guys. Come on. But that was a good question. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Next one up. Oh, this is for I'm a Snake. So this means that it's going to be quite the piece of music then. So, yeah, that's a good idea too, Smex. All right, let's do this. Snake, this is for you. Did I have some people just join me or something? Or just my sub thing isn't working again, my Streamlabs thingy. Anyhow, this is a game, guys. How many of you guys have heard of... Oh, Helldivers 2. I've heard of Helldivers 2. We're doing something from Helldivers 2, guys. Stand by. And this one's called Helldivers 2 Main Theme. That's a much better way to explain it, Amon. All right, guys, here we go. Helldivers 2 Main Theme by the bro. I'm a Snake. All right. It has all the components in the formula of fear. Fat bottom end. That little percussive sequence there. So that's very unique, that one. Quick question for you gamers: that da 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 da, is that a repeat on the motif? Is that like the core of the theme that's being used now for this insane scene? Let me know. Oh, it is. Okay, thanks, Judgment. God, I love releases like this. It's kind of like a scene like when the meteor is like heading on its way to blow something up. It's kind of gliding. This section is fire. I love this. Nice lift, good modulation. This section right there, that was much more bolder in its composition and arrangement than that opening. This great release right here. At first I didn't know what to make of this as it was opening up and stuff. You know, I'm watching the image and stuff like that. But where I was really pulled in is when that first break comes in, all of a sudden it starts to breathe. And because I don't know where this goes in the game, I'm assuming that only by the virtue of the dynamics of the music changing and pulling as it does, coming in a little, it came in really, really hot with, you know, the call to action, the anxiety with the strings already setting up that arpeggiation or the ostinato, you know, the usual things that I think you've been here long enough now that when I say all this stuff, you guys kind of, you know, we're all in class together. And so whenever I'm talking about the ostinatos of the strings, we know we're talking about the to create the anxiety. But actually where this track really kicked ass for me and then stayed on fire was when that first section slowed down and then we opened up into a lot more of a dramatic aspect of the composition. The strings start to, you know, kind of with the dynamics pulsating in and out of the volume and stuff. And then as we started to grow into this last section, which sounded actually much more bolder and fuller dynamically, you know. So of course in the game I don't know exactly what's happening, meaning like it starts off, maybe it's a battle, maybe it's this, and then you see over this and all that, but that's how I felt it, Snake. And but there's something about the beginning rips of the beginning rips of the horns in the bottom end. Obviously, to me, it sounds like it was lifted by a module, if you would. Like those are supposed to be French horns and big rips, but you know, if we can get it, if we can change the filters and do certain things dynamically as a composer in the modules to give it more teeth, that's what we do. Stand by. One of my mods asked me to check something here in Discord. What happened? Oh, dang. Okay, thank you for letting me know. All right. So, yeah, how do I do this? I just, hang on for a second. I gotta wrap my head around something. Stand by. Gary Payton, Lacrimosa, coming in hot. I am going to get you guys in on this stream. A matter of fact, I'm actually almost through. What I'm going to do is, I said 3. I'm going to do 2 more off of the donos, go Wheel of Cheese, and then continue to pick it up from there. So, but I do want to ask that, you know, at this point on, please don't send any more donos because I want to honor those, but I have a shorter stream scheduled today. And I know a lot of you people understand that I'll bring this back up next week, but I'm good with where I'm at. So we're all good. You're in. But I just wanted to say that really quick. So let's do 2 more and then we'll spin. Next one is coming from Doc Doom. Doc Doom band. This is called Paledusk. Doc Doom, are you here with us? Where's Doc Doom? Doc Doom. I know. I think I saw him in here. If not, there he is. Doc Doom, call to action. Sup. Always bringing me the metal. Doc Doom brings me the heat. So let's see what Doc does here. We are going to be listening to Paledusk. The song is called BBB. So it's a surprise because I can't see if there's any genre here. So you're surprising me, aren't you? So we're doing this. This is from Doc Doom. Super mahalo for the boost. Super mahalo for the dono. Let's see what Doc Doom is going to send our way. Let's go. damn. It's come out hot. Wow, dub metal. Dubstep metal, maybe? Wow, slick guitar playing there. And great tone. I like how they add that anime squeeze out of the vocal there. That's what I call it. You know, the mix with the trap sounds and everything, and this back and forth, and the two-step. I'm really digging this. The harmonic. Super creative, man. Bounce right into that deathcore. That EDM edge right there. Yeah, that was like, it's almost like when you sit down, like for instance, at certain dinners, and they have different servings of different kind of, things to, get yourself going. This was that for me. It was like several servings of different genres. But what they kept through it all, though, even though they would glass off and get a little dubsteppy, they'd get a little EDM, is they kind of kept the consistent of the heaviness of the guitars. But the unique thing is that the heaviness of the guitars weren't overly aggressive, like a metalcore, death metalcore, 8-string. I mean, even if they did use 8-string or whatever it was to get what they wanted out of those tones, they didn't give it enough of a bite that pushed it too far, and maybe would have made it a little bit more of a for me at least, a little bit of a confusion. Going, oh man, it was like they were leaning into this more heavy, gnarly, or like open grind, and then serious grindcore or something like that, and then pulling it back in and out of the EDM, or dropping some of this dubstep stuff at the bottom. Of course, throwing in a lot of the traps as well. This was just first of all, the track was great. I loved it, full stop. But this was definitely a 7-layer cake of, you had to take a little layer at a time and digest it. Very creative, extremely freaking creative, and probably a track I'd want to listen to before, get drummed up before I was going to walk into a boss's office and quit. Motivational. Take your life. Take charge of your life. No, don't take your life. Take charge of your life. Okay, let's do how about some Wheel of Cheese? Let's get some folks out there that have been hanging out there that haven't been doing the donos, and when I get back, I'm going to get into Gary Payton and Lacrimose and Double A and stuff. So we're going to do a Wheel of Cheese. How many of you guys are familiar with my Wheel of Cheese? You guys know Wheel of Cheese? How many of you guys know Wheel of Cheese? We're doing Wheel of Cheese. You know, as if this doesn't loosen me up a little bit. Speen or spleen? Hang on, I just got beeped. Yeah, I got to make sure I stay on time here. All right. Okay, stand by for a second. Let me get my Wheel of Cheese rigged. Uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, nothing. All right. Wheel. Okay, let me just update my stuff. I'm doing a refresh. I'm copying the data. You guys know how this is. You know, it's going to be a lot of people here, so make sure you're voting for your color. At least you guys can team up with the blue, red, and yellows. And let me go ahead and... Okay, here we go. This is the new list. Look at how many of you guys coming in and dropping in for the spin. This is fun. This is why you come to the channel and hang out. So we do our spin. Let's go. Oops, I'm sorry. Did I blow your ears out? Here we go. Where this stops, nobody knows. Who do we got? Oh my God, I thought it was going to be Shadow. Oh my God, I'm telling you, it's not me, guys. It's not me. It's this thing. I swear it looked like it was going to hover on Shadow. Fentool, this is for you, my brother. Okay, so let's see what you wanted. Let's all congratulate him for his win, because that's the kind of team we are. This is a band called Savant. It's electronic. And so Fentool is sending our way some electronic music, okay? So Fentool, I'm sorry. So we're doing this, and we're gonna boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. I got that. I click on this. I click on vid. Let me shrinkage this, and let's go for you, Fentool. Thanks for winning on the cheese. I should like this, huh? We'll see. Beautiful opening. I like to support the ethereal, but they support it with that French horn there. Ooh. I like the swelling of that bass. Oh, yeah. It's a 1-5 in that lower sequence.
I know what I want to become. I'm changing my skin. I'm turning into myself. I'm becoming alive. I'm feeling the vibe. I'm seeing my soul coming through. I'm opening up. I'm feeling the love. I'm seeing.
I was just about to say that, Sneak. Briefly got to stop. Snake kind of nailed it really quick, which is there's a very unique mix on the vocals, and because this is it's not overly aggressive, but the sounds that are being used are punchy and they're aggressive. They're set in the mix, but her tone in her voice and the passion and the breathiness of her voice, the way this was mixed is phenomenal, and it's a great partner, you know, in keeping the sensitivity on how the track was opened, ambient and ethereal, and kind of lighthearted. She's kind of keeping that alcohol's bad and it kind of keeps that thread of the ambient ethereal thing through. I'm sorry.
I'm changing, I'm turning into a new being. With all, I'm changing, I'm turning into a new spirit.
Engineer had fun there. Giving me a little bit of the infected mushroom vibe. Am I out of my mind or what? I like that lo-fi tail off in the delay. Yeah, it's that glitchy thing. Dexify.
A new being.
I love this. Even though the melody's going, you got that little sequence in the background.
I'm changing, I'm turning into a new spirit.
I feel that too, Alman.
I'm turning
Ooh, I like that little vocal shot in there. Ooh. They're going to give us a little numbing dose of ambient. Nice filter sweep on that build up on the snare. I guess we can call this EDM cut beat, cut time. Pulsating, pumping in the mix. gets a little regal here. What a great track. Now, if there's any engineers out there by any chance, or people who actually understand a little bit more of the technical processing of this, you know, that pulsating and that pumping part of the mix, it makes it feel like loud, you know, like these surging points of it being loud, like it's pumping, you know. I can create that actually using compressors, but I'm just wondering where in the process that happens. It's really unique. I'm old. I don't know everything without a doubt, and I'm excited to learn new things, but I really love what the producers and engineers do to get that compression where it's like it feels like the song is going whoop, 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 you know. And just in case you didn't hear that, whoop, 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 whoop. I have a funny feeling that's going to be a meme. But I really super dug that track. I really did. I really enjoyed listening to it. And but like I said, one of the intriguing things for me about the whole thing was how the track opened up very ethereal and gave us something to kind of settle in. And even though it got a lot more aggressive in the EDM aspect of the arrangements as it was going going forward through the song, her voice was the through thread of that ambience and ethereal vibe. And she had little points too where her voice was getting kind of very soft and sultry and stuff. And I think that's what Amon was pointing out as well. Did somebody just say hi to me? Some star just popped up, and well, how's it? Welcome to the channel. All right, another wheel of spin. Let's do some more spinning, folks. Let's see what we got here. We're going to do this spin and one more spin, and then I go back to the list. So just so that you guys know, I want to thank you, Fentool, for that. All right, so stand by for a second here. Let's, I update this, I update that. Oops. Hang on for a second. I'm going to do this. Okay, now I can do this. Come on. No, don't freeze on me, browser. There it is. Okay. There's the update. Are you guys ready for the spin? Wait, I'm not. Stand by. Ah! No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's do wheel of spin. Umber March! Umber March, are you here? Where are you, Umber? Let's see what Umber March got here. There he is. I know, look at you. I wouldn't want to be sitting next to you in a poker table, that's for sure. You know, so luck's on your side. Let's see what Umber March wants here. He wants a movie from Doctor Who, classical orchestral. So let's go. Ricola. Ah, la, la, la. Here we go. It's called The Shepherd's Boy. Okay, so we're doing this. Let's go. And let me switch it over. Look at me. Here we go. Thank you, Umber March, for hanging out. Do you hear the very light? Very light arpeggiation, or ostinato in the strings. Oh, so this is the actual score scene. Nice. Is it a scene where he's like losing his mind? The arrangements are slowly building through this process, because apparently it seems like it's a time loop. Yeah, you guys are telling me this. Yeah, over a few billion years, huh? So you guys can tell that the chord patterns repeat themselves, and now we're building up. There's even obviously a little more aggression in the acoustic guitar playing as we're building this through. The answer back arrangement with the French horn starting to build through. And a really nice harmony between the strings and the flute. Or the wind. Reed. It's made of diamonds. Great to build. That's you, Lori? No. Oh, okay. Peter Cabal. I have one thing to say about that. That was beautifully tormenting. If there's such a thing. There's wonderful decisions when composers and directors get together on how they want to approach something when it comes to certain scenes. And this kind of, what do I call this? Passive psychotic approach. Sometimes just scoring a scene like this is where you're building up with a sense of beauty and fulfillment and lightheartedness. And obviously, in the chord patterns and the changes and stuff in the arrangements, that kind of give you a little bit of hope. But then as it digs deeper and deeper, it becomes more psychotic. It becomes more chaotic. And this was a great example of that kind of composition, because in general, except for the last 30 seconds, the pattern stayed the same. But what you started hearing were as the answer back arrangement started to get a little richer and fuller and bolder and heavier, even to the point where the guitar player had changed his percussive pattern and how hard he was playing, to elevate a little bit more of the anxiety of like kind of a Truman moment, I guess, the movie Truman, Jerry, things are repeating itself and repeating itself. No, what's the other one? Bill Murray did a movie. What was that one called? Where things were repeating and getting, anyhow. But yeah, Groundhog Day, I think it was. Yes, thank you very much. So, but that was a great track. I loved it because I was able to kind of, you know, that's the other thing too about music like that. Here's the other thing too I want to briefly mention. This happened yesterday when I actually listened to a suggestion where it was actually music but had the dialogue and, you know, all the sound design behind it, exploding this, that, and the other thing. We get the opportunity to listen to a piece of music like this where they've pulled down the dialogue and they pulled down all the, you know, sound design and everything of things breaking or, you know, whatever. We get that opportunity to really listen and dive into a piece of music where you can hear some of the nuances you generally won't hear when it's mixed in, you know, with dialogue and stuff. So this was one of those great experiences. So yeah, that was super cool beans. I fully dug it. Hey, Enigma Theory, how are you? I don't think I said hi to you today. All right, one more wheel of cheese. Then we're going right back into our finalizing our last few donos here. Stand by. Wheel of cheese. Refresh my data. Okay. And let's go back. Let's see, where's my wheel indicator. Umber March, thank you so much for that suggestion. All right. Boom. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's spin. Spin. Vote for your color. Oranai, I think. Yay! All right, let's give a hand for blue and for Oranai. Spin that cheese. All right. Poor fade into neon. No! It's okay. That's just how this thing is played, my brother. Okay, stand by. What does Oranai want to hear? Oranai wants a band called IAMX. Is it IAMX? Is that the name, or is it acronym that I should be saying out? So let's see here what we got. And the name of the track is Bernadette. So let's do this. All right. We are on it. Click, click, click this, click that. And here we go, Oranai, this is for you. Hello? There it is. The link to the current song is right there on 1AM Bus. Just posted it, by the way. Is that a theremin? Yes, it is. Oh.
You and me in a playhouse, living in a veil. We never need to go out. Memories bring on joy or peace. We are alone, and all we need.
Kind of like a haunted circus vibe, yeah?
Out of the poison, every waking day, intolerance to overcome.
I like the string support behind the melody.
Fortunes won by the boys with the guns. We are alone, nowhere to run. Bernadette, you are my liberty. I celebrate the day that
Must be their bridge section.
changed my history of life and death. Will always lead you into love and regret, but you have answers, and I have the key for the door to Bernadette.
Just dark, scary, macabre. That theremin back there especially. What does that remind me of? Reminds me a little bit of The Wall, Pink Floyd. That
You are my liberty. I celebrate the day that you changed my history. Life and death will always lead you into love and regret. But you have answered the key to Bernadette.
theremin in the background. I feel a dynamic change coming. No, keeping it down. The trial, that's right. I'm sorry. Emma knows what I'm doing. In my mind, I'm seeing at the end of this track, I'm seeing that, like, you know, when you look down in the old 50s of like people who used to be falling down to hell, but you see the spinning thing behind them. It's, I don't know. Maybe it was the reserve here from the old Canadian whiskey, but it was really a trippy journey. A lot of very unique instrumentation back there, holding really cool little parts. You know, even the in and out of the theremin, you know, making it that spooky. Ooh, yeah. And the guy's voice was very unique too. You guys were going back and forth about who it may have been or who it was, and what his legacy was. So something said that he was in a band called something Sneakers or Sneaker something or whatever. But Oren, I really like this. This was a very unique track. And also, what else I noticed is that I couldn't quite pin it, but the bass, God, it could have sounded like it was a Rickenbacker or something. But the bass tone was really unique in this as well. You know, I was kind of digging into different little ears. What's it called? Sneaker Pimps. Okay. Oh, electronic act from the 90s. Okay. Mathematician. Yeah, no, that was a great pick. I was so down for it. I'm totally pumped.